Guys, so today I'm going to show you how to wire up a Dakota Speedbox. And reason why you want to do that is if you have upgraded gears or final drive in your transmission, it's going to throw off your speed. Of course, this isn't the only option. What most people do, as far as I know on the 9th gen, is if you only have the Gear X 1 through 4 or M Factory 1 through 4, which by the way they have the exact same 1 through 4 ratios, is most people will just switch it over to kilometers per hour, and that's actually going to be very close to miles per hour. And it's about, what if I remember right, it's about 2 or 3 miles per hour off, but it reads pretty close. But that's assuming you only have 1 through 4 and the stock 4.7. Now the other option is to install a Dakota Speedbox or Speedometer interference box. That's pretty much what I've done to correct my speed, because I didn't want to just keep on kilometers per hour, because it messes with your odometer reading if you need it, and your MPG reading, which I actually kind of wanted. And so let's go over it. And the box I use, there's a bunch of speedometer boxes from Dakota, by the way. The one I used was SGI 5E. I'm not sure what the difference is, but they have SGI 5D, SGI 5A, and 5P. But everyone told me to get SGI 5E, so that's the one I got. And so, as far as I know, I don't know if this diagram will work with the other series, but it will work with SGI 5E. And so, this also should work with the 8th gen Civics, as far as I know, because they have the exact same speed sensor. Although someone told me that on Flash Pro for the 8th gens you could just correct the speedometer, but I'm not sure. But anyway, this should work for the 8th gens. So let's start off, and literally, pretty much when you buy the Speedbox, it will look pretty much like this. It's going to have the wires you pretty much clip on the side, and on the front side you will have pretty much all these inputs. You have power, ground, sensor ground, signal in, sensor power, out 1, out 2, out 3, out 4, out 5, negative / sets, positive / ink, and over here you're going to have the screen. Now, wiring wise, we're just going to focus on pretty much all these pins, and you're going to calibrate it, you're going to need the screen and these 2 buttons, but I'll show you later how to calibrate it. So let's start off. So pretty much out of the whole Dakota Speedbox, I only use 4 inputs, and that happened to be power, ground, signal in, and out 1. I didn't use anything else, just 4. Just power, ground, signal in, and out 1. So let's start off simple. For the power, I just took a wire, clamp it in. I used an adder circuit, and I took power from my driver's side fuse box under the dash. And I took an empty slot, or an empty fuse slot, I'm not sure which one, but I made sure to pick one that would turn off with the car, and it worked perfectly. For the ground, I just took a wire, added a ground terminal in the end, and I just picked a random ground. If you guys wanted to know, it was the ground next to the hood latch release, so it's pretty convenient. Oh, and I should have mentioned this in the beginning. When you wire this and extend the wires, you want to have this box in the car with you. You don't want to just wire it up and have it under hood, because you're going to need this in the car with you in order to calibrate it, and I'll show you how to calibrate it later. And so now let's go on to the harder wiring, and that would be the speed sensor signal wiring. And so basically, now let's say this is your speed sensor, and I'm just going to assume you guys all know that the speed sensor is on the transmission, and when you unplug it, it's going to have 3 wires. Now I'm not sure what the other 2 wires are, which is positive or power and ground, but it's going to have 3, and you're going to cut the middle one, and the color of the middle one is going to be green. So if you're not sure if it's the middle one, it's a green wire, or if you're not sure what green looks like, it's the middle wire. But yes, it's the middle wire. You're not going to cut into the power or the ground, just the middle wire, which is the green wire. And basically once you cut it, you've pretty much severed the connection from the speed sensor to the ECU. And so basically what you want to do now is extend the wire from the actual speed sensor, and you want to extend it and connect it to the signal in. So I'm going to say again, you want to extend the wire from the speed sensor into signal in. Now, the wire from the ECU that you just cut it, you want it to go into output number 1, which is right here. Nothing else, just number 1. And after that, it should work. And so now I'm going to walk to my car and show you guys how I actually have it set up in my car. So like I said before, this is my speed box, and yeah, I only use power, ground, signal in, and signal out. And also, like I stated, you want to extend the wires so you have this box in your car, otherwise you won't be able to calibrate it. Now to calibrate it, it's pretty simple. What you're going to need to do is download a speedometer app on your phone, or if you can't do that, you're going to have to do it an even harder way. Pretty much, or if you have a GPS that could work. But if you don't have that, you're going to have someone with you on the highway. It's have them cruise at a certain speed, and pretty much just make sure you're next to them. But basically what I did was I got the app, I cruised on, you can do it on any speed, I did 60 for reference. But basically, so pretty much it does it, your speed is usually going to be lower than what is given with the GearX gears. And so if that's the case, you would just press plus. Also, this doesn't work if your car is not moving. That's why the values aren't changing. But usually if I press this while my car is moving, the value on here is changing. It goes by 0.01. And pretty much you want to increase this number until your speedometer on your car matches with what you have on your app. So you pretty much just press it until it matches. And for GearX gears with a stock 4.7 final drive, I got what matched for me or corrected it was at 1.74. So yeah, I'm not sure it would be off for any other. It would be off for different knife gens, but yeah, 1.74. So it's not too bad to calibrate it. All right. So, and that's how you calibrate the Dakota Speedbox, and that's also how you install it. Thanks for watching.